Yeah, yeah, you, sit down. Sit down. Hold on, I'm turning on mic. Hey, yo, StreamYard, you know what mic I be using when I come here. I don't care if I'm in incognito mode. You know what mic I'm using. Don't be trying to put uh uh the mic from my camera up as the main mic. I'm using the actual condenser mic. Knock it off, bro. You a hater. I can't even get into my groove because you be hating. I'm like, yo, I was recording for months thinking, oh man, I'm doing this on a computer. And I really thought that's just how I'm supposed to sound. And then one day, I messed with the settings and I've had my mic plugged in this whole time. And I was recording off of the mic on the camera because the camera got a mic, which is weird. Which is, I guess it's cool, but it's also weird. Anyway, so the camera got a mic, beloved. So, anywho, it gets tricky in these streets, man. Let's go ahead and play this first clip. Right now, I feel like this is black culture. Black culture right now is like trying to shop at Family Dollar. Like if you want to be like a good person and stuff like that, this is your life. This is how it feels. This is me with accountability, doing the right thing. Always obstacles. And in a lot of ways, life is like a Family Dollar. There's always going to be shit in your way. You know what? I'm about to log off right now. Y'all deserve those freestyle bars. Y'all have done nothing to deserve any of these freestyle bars. You understand me? Oh, that's off the dome. Off the dome. You understand? But anywho, this era that we are in, I don't know if it's the right thing to say bittersweet, but two things are happening. The bad behavior and what's not good about black culture is becoming more obvious to people. And I think on some level we have Kevin Samuels to thank for that, because one of his messages and one of the things he teaches, and this is what makes a content creator great, is when you have things you actually teach. All right. Because a channel is not really a channel if I'm not getting no information from it. You know what I'm saying? And you got things you teach. And one thing he talked about was black men and black people in general taking back our image and what our image is and how we look to people outside the community. Not that their opinions are everything, but again, discernment. All right. Discernment meaning having the appropriate problem solving or having an appropriate reaction or handling things in an appropriate way, meaning in a way that's commensurate or is appropriate for the situation. Like I always say, if you step on my foot, I don't have to hit you because you stepped on my foot, especially if it's by mistake. But if you come up to me and you shove me and whatnot, all right, then I will hit you because we must be in a physical confrontation. I have to defend myself. Discernment. I'm giving an appropriate response. But anywho. So like I was saying, a few things are happening. Yes, we are at an all-time low in terms of the black people who are able to get the mic and get the spotlight. So we've always had, Sambos and Coons and whatnot that had the mic and had the light and whatnot, right? But the thing about seeing people on screen, the thing about seeing people have record deals, always different things, right? Things where a person essentially becomes a whole business. Almost every person at the man, listen, this little boy keep chewing and chewing with his mouth open, and I'm telling him, man, listen, knock it off. When I hear that smacking, goodness gracious, man, big smacks over there. Anyway. What's happening is more black people are starting to take their image more serious, and that, because again, these are all the revelations that what happened through social media. It's quite interesting because people have never been able to communicate ideas on a level this. So, for example, like something could happen, and if it goes viral, right, a lot of people could know about this one thing within an hour or so, or say when a celebrity passes away, it takes no more than maybe a couple of hours for the entire world to know that celebrity passed away, or at least there was no way of letting that many people know what's going on aside from like TV, Whereas like now, the average person can access the power of a TV station if they post the right video. You know what I mean? It's quite interesting. But what comes with that is more than ever, people even being able to take a lot of pictures. You're able to see like, oh shit, I'm gaining weight. You know what I'm saying? Or this outfit, those colors don't look good on me, or that's not really a good fit for me. So I think we have a different awareness of image that we never had before, but also we're also able to have conversations that we couldn't have before. And what's going on with Black folks is we get more and more Black folks that feel like, you know what, I've had enough. And you seeing what I think is a beautiful thing is more Black women saying, nah, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Hold on, let me share this, John. So I spoke on this earlier. Oh, my bad. 6 past commandments. Well, that's the second time I was over here cooking, and boy, was it a good cook, and no one heard it because I still had this shit on pause. Anyway, 6 past commandments, baby. So what I was saying was, I spoke on this earlier this week. This is about, Twitter reacting to Tyler winning Best New Artist at the 2024 BET Awards over Sexy Red. So I did touch on this before. And what I was saying was, what I did write is like, as far as my comment I wrote, what the F? Sexy Red is not an artist because Sexy Red isn't an artist. Okay? Like, okay, on one side, we have an actual superstar, traditional, and it's interesting, right? Because, like, this is almost like a whole villain and hero thing. I could definitely see, this is what the Marvel Universe needs. The Marvel Universe needs to go ahead and do a movie of Tyler versus Sexy Red. You know what I mean? Because I feel like for the most part, they look like the antagonist and the protagonist of a whole movie. You know what I mean? Because Sexy Red is like like I was saying earlier, like she one of them people that she is so ghetto. Matter of fact, it's like some people just got a face made for the ghetto. You know what I mean? Like where like they just look like they come from the ghetto. Meaning that like, no matter what you do, you know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but she seems like one of them people that it don't matter how you clothe them or what hairstyle you give them, they just always gonna look out of place outside the hood. You know what I'm saying? Or the kind of person that you wouldn't recognize without the hood behind them, or the kind of person that you are nervous, you are afraid for them outside the hood. Like you feel like they can't survive outside the hood. We met those people before where they sound so ignorant that you like, I would be so afraid for you to talk to a white person because you know that white person is not going to get them at all, or a non-black person is not going to get like if you're from North, right? Well, this is how Essex County works. If you live anywhere near North, you kind of from North. You know what I mean? Some people have different political views about that. But anyway, if you're from the North area, you've heard at one point or another, you heard a black guy who talked like this. And he's not for a job. What's wrong with them? Everyone's met some nigga who talk like that, or some nigga that just sound really excited and just has a really this excited and aggressive demeanor, and and he don't know he crazy. Everyone has met someone like that, you know what I mean? Or one of them chicks that just sound really ghetto, like they don't know how to talk. Sexy Red is someone, again, you fear, you shudder at the idea, or you get nervous, you get anxiety at the idea of Sexy Red having to talk to white folks. Like what do you even say to a white person? Like this kind of person that she only know how to talk to other hood chicks, you know what I mean? Whereas you had Tyler, well, then again, Tyler's not really a black person, you know what I'm saying? She's a person of color, honestly. But she looked black enough for the purpose of this conversation, you know what I mean? But I was saying in another video, this on a cultural tip, right? I feel like black folks, we love violating or going against someone's rules. Like I think that we see rules and structure and the government as all the extensions of white people, right? And of course, we have a very complex history of white people, right? We have this thing where like, we're still learning how to be free and what to do with freedom. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, whenever someone is coming with a more conservative way of thinking, black people, our first instinct is basically this feels like an extension of white men's power and influence and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I think a part with that comes being inappropriate. all right, or we love the idea of cheating the system because we feel like we're sticking it to the white man, but we'll do that with other things too, right? And it's gone to the point where you have people who are rappers. Like, this is crazy. It's crazy being a rapper and you can't rap. That's the same as, like, imagine if UFC had people who couldn't fight, but somehow they'd be winning fights and they will find a way for them to win a fight. That, imagine how that would look. Just the whole reality of that. I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a second while I open this Peach Passion. You understand? Peach Passion by the Big Game Energy. All right, very excited. That Dollar Tree. Be having some good energy drinks on sale.
Tastes good.
That's good, babe. Okay, babe. What'd you say, babe? Okay, babe. That's low in the background. Levi, you got if you're gonna come on camera, you gotta go find a shirt to put on. Don't come on camera with no shirt, okay? Oh, anywho, sorry guys. So yeah, so we have this thing where we love to like for example, it's like years ago in the Kings of Comedy, such the entertainer was talking about like how you can't take black folks nowhere, but I forget the whole joke. At one point he say like, man, black people will be at the golf course just wrong. You know what I mean? We'll be out there with do-rags and Timberlands, you know what I mean? You can't let black folks, because he was getting into his whole classic black president joke, right? And but he was right about that. You know what I mean? And yo, even like up until like some years back, this is like 5 years ago now, but I remember like when I would come to work, I would walk into the building on purpose with my do-rag on, and I wouldn't take my do-rag off until I got into the building. And I still kind of do this now. I'll pull up and I'll be blasting music, or when I'm in certain areas and whatnot, I turn my music all the way up. You know what I mean? And I ask myself, hey, why are you doing that? What you doing that there for, buddy? And I said, I had to realize, yo, I'm being ghetto. Hey, yo, listen, ghetto can't be fun, but discernment. All right? You can't let that become all you are. You can't let that become your entire lifestyle, but it's all good. You know what? We 12 minutes in. I always talk about my upbringing and the people who took care of me and looked out for me. I always talk about how my grandma learned me some respect. My grandpa learned me some respect. My daddy learned me some respect. So goodness gracious, where are my manners? It's the 6 past commandments. 6 past dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me. Yeah, baby. Chopping this whole fable up and whatnot. Anywho, let me get into and I'm also going to speak on I saw a little bit of Sexxy Red performance, and that's what made me think this, right? So Sexxy Red, and I'm not going to play it because YouTube is a hater. Sexxy Red starts to I guess it was some. First of all, the caption says Sexxy Red with the vocals, right? So she's basically she playfully does an intentionally bad job with hitting this note, because she can't actually sing, right? And she starts doing the hook like, no, I love you, you my everything, and it when performing, right? Even when you doing something, right, that where the whole idea is that I'm not taking it too serious and whatnot, it still requires some kind of vocal power, right? Like she still had to sing that, right? But she's not singing that. She don't even know how to deliver that on stage, because while be hearing what a lot of the girls, well, really the new rappers in general, you have no vocal presence. Because you actually are not an actual rapper. Like, you don't rap. All right. You make a song or two. You don't actually rap, because the thing is, like, yo, you learn how to deliver your raps by battling and being in ciphers and freestyling. Those are the foundations, you know what I'm saying, of rapping. If you can't do those things or you haven't done it, like I mean, like, that's one thing I always wanted to do was get better at freestyling, and everything, and you know, and let myself go through it, because people don't get good at new skills because they won't allow themselves to learn the new skill or take time. Everything is a skill, everything is a muscle. But anyway, going back to Sexy Red, right? So when she was doing her performance, I was like, yo, this is one of like the premier stages that very few talents will ever get to touch and be on. And when I'm in for the first BET Awards, I was 13 years old. I remember that moment where Hove did Izzo for the first time. So people hadn't heard that record. All right. The only way you was gonna hear a record early was if you were in the industry, someone leaked it on the mixtape CD, like a DJ Clue or Flex or whoever, Big Mike, DJ Mr. C, whatever, right? Or they had to put the song out, or maybe they play on the radio, or maybe during the DJ set on the radio, they may play the record. And I mean, they were given the record to play, right? So no one ever heard Izzo, and Izzo was such a vibe. I believe that's one of the first time. It might be the second time. I think it was the first time we heard it. And I remember like how fire it was, and it was so it was like the beginning of the soul era, right? And at the end, everyone jumps on stage with Hove to dance to this record. Snoop Dogg jump on stage, Nelly jump on stage. You know what I mean? It's like it was a whole thing. You know what I'm saying, Hove out there just with a white tee and a bucket hat. You know what I mean? The Air Force Ones. It's just a superstar. Like Hove is one of the reasons why, you know, that we started to be able to recognize that's how much star power black men have, is that that a black man could be a superstar and look like a superstar in a white tee. You know what I'm saying? Can nobody wear a white tee in any size like a black dude, or make a white tee look like $1 million? You know what I mean? That's what I mean with black men about. I had this conversation the other day. Excuse me, my brother, about, is it a good thing? Basically, we were talking about a lawyer, right? And the lawyer's a young guy and everything, and he was doing a segment, we're doing a talk over here in the area and whatnot. You know what I mean? Intelligent brother, real smart guy. And I don't really know how he always dresses, but in the promo pictures, you know, he's wearing a sweatsuit. And when he came to the drawing, you know, I mean, he was dressed like people our age, right? And wearing things that people our age don't think is cool. But he's a lawyer, right? And again, I don't know how he always is. I don't know if I would assume that when he's doing serious business that he's wearing a suit or dressed up, right? Well, but my main question was, do you think it's good to be saying that you have a prestigious position like that, but you're dressed like a rapper, right? And the point of my conversation was, what's most important? Because black people have this thing again with like not knowing what to do with freedom, and knowing when to exercise freedom, and knowing when to say, okay, me being able to wear my sneakers or being able to wear my jeans or wear what I want to wear is not that important. Or I'm saying, or my respect. You know what? It's a matter of, we have to prioritize your respect and having a respectful image. And that's one of the reasons why the Sexy Red thing is so problematic, is because she's the full matter of fact, like I was saying before my video was my video was paused man long. I was saying like Sexy Red is a whole neck roll coming to life. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like a wig. If you put life into a wig, it would turn to Sexy Red. You know what I mean? Like a Big Mom from One Piece zapped the wig or whatever, or zapped some weave and everything. Like Sexy Red is a whole bag of weed come to life. All right, she's just a whole spirit and everything. Matter of fact, let's look at this visual again. Like she looked like she was conjured up and everything. Like even her chest muscles. Like she looked like she, you know what I mean? Like when she extend her arm and whatnot. I don't know what her power would be. I don't know. It would probably be to scam your Cash App. You know what I'm saying? She Cash App herself $100 out your account. Like not that much, but like $100 and everything. But you didn't consent for it. But anywho, scent of the evening, beloved. That's it. It's already Coastal Cliffs, beloved. I'm gonna keep spraying this drawing until I like it. Okay, that was 1, 2. Okay. 3, 4. All right. Okay. All right. 5, 6. 7, 8. It's back from fireworks, baby. You gotta spray this joint. All right. Ain't here for no reason. Like, I keep telling y'all, like, I didn't need to be spending no money. When I went to the back fireworks store over there in Wayne, and they had the coffee and whiskey, this after dark scent, which I think is an amazing scent. Freaking amazing. Oh my God. And Canyon, the Canyon scent, which like I wasn't crazy about this scent, but I thought it was interesting. And for $11, I'm like, sure, I'm gonna try this joint, right? But like I could have got 2 of everything, and actually I could have bought 2 more of those coffee, because now the coffee and whiskey is very popular. A lot of people love that scent on me, so I think maybe with my pheromones it jives well with my pheromones and whatnot, because people love that scent on me. Now I don't smell that great to me, but I get a lot of compliments, especially when I mix that with the whiskey reserve scent. I mean, so but anyway, the point is like, yo, discernment. You know what I mean? Gotta ask myself, like, I'm like, I can't weigh this all at one time. Because again, you think like, oh man, like this $11, like, got stock up. You know what I mean? But yo, when you at a certain point, if you haven't put in a certain amount of work and whatnot, you're not in a certain position, you shouldn't be spending and moving like you in a certain position. I'm like, yo, I'm still grinding. You know what I mean? I'm still grinding. Like, yo, I don't deserve that right now. I'm lucky to be able to afford what I could afford. You know what I mean? Because I went there to get something for my brother and everything. So naturally, I was gonna take advantage of that sale. You feel me? But when I saw, but anyway, but that's a discipline to say like, yo, to not spend $100 on them cologne. Yo, because I could have got like 9 colognes for $100. You know what I mean? Like shit. I'm like, even if I don't love them that much, shoot, that's a lot of smell good. That's enough smell good for a couple of years. All right, shoot. But anywho. Let's go ahead and keep chopping this fable, man. I want to go ahead and move on to, I don't know, man. It's like, man, I don't want to see Taraji crash out, man. But Taraji just keep crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she was crashing out, you know what I mean? It just makes you make this face. Oh, you can't see that? You see that face? It's like, okay, all right, well, all right. Like that. I feel, and I didn't watch the BET Awards, but that's the face you make. You know what I'm saying? At the whole, that was pretty much the culture's reaction to the BET Awards. It's like, okay, all right. It's a little bit messy. Pause. But anywho, let's check out Taraji crashing out once again. Oh my gosh.
In front of his wife at the BET Awards. Check this out, y'all.
Meth is married, are you? Are you? Hi, how are you? Mr. Keithley, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10.9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower. Oh, let's give him flower here. Yes. Call me. Oh.
Woo, child. So.
All right. Let's bring it back one more time.
Social media users are not happy with how Taraji was flirting with Keith Lee in front of his wife at the BET Awards. Check this out, y'all.
Meth is married, are you? Are you? Hi.
Yo, did he really wore this to an award show? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is a disrespectful fit, bro.
How are you? Mr. Keithley, I know what you're thinking right now. This is about a 10 point.
Yo, you see his face? Yo. This is troubling for so many reasons. Because yo, how old is Taraji? Yo, hold on, yo. I had to find out how old Taraji P. Henson is. I feel like Taraji P. Henson. I don't even know why you doing that. That's weird. Hold on. Taraji. Man, I don't know, man. I don't think she's 53, man. 'Cause I feel like, all right, whatever. So she is 53 years old. All right, like she is hood grandma age. All right, so Raji is hood grandma age. Most hood grandmas is a grandma by this time, so she's technically a grandma, and she had a real grandma moment. This thing with the hands is Keith Lee's whole thing. How do you know what that is? But also don't know who he is. And you know why that happened? Because for one, Taraji P. Henson does not know who he is. The people who wrote that for her, this told her what to do. Like, oh, it's like, so his whole thing is this. Like, she didn't bother to actually go do any. It's not like she had to go visit Keith Lee to get to know him. She could just watch a video and just see one dude is slim and got dreads, right? And the other one is a big tall dude who just ain't really trying to impress you with his physical appearance. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. You see, like, and that guy's a handsome cat. This is what I'm talking about. Where he's awkward in real life, or he's had a really easy time with women, or you know what? Maybe he date white girls, because sometimes it means that too. Like, if a black dude like sound kind of smart, you know what I mean, and everything, he sound pretty intelligent, and he seemed pretty intelligent. A lot of times he's depressed, or he because usually them niggas be crazy, and he got a white girl somewhere. You know what I mean? Because like white girls go for stuff like that, you know, because like American black men have to be like meticulous, like damn near perfect. All right, like you'll get disqualified off your shoes, sir. Please eat with your mouth closed, please. Put your lips together, eat your mouth closed. Stop smacking your lips, please. It's wild. I never heard him smack his lips before. This is something I started this year. I feel like he's doing that. He's doing it despite me. No one feels bad for a giant, man. No one feels bad for a giant. But anywho, what else I wanted to talk about? So she doesn't know. She doesn't know Keith Lee to the point where she don't even realize that he's sitting next to a woman. Who else could the woman be? And don't get me wrong. Maybe she was trying to play it off by, you know, flirting at the end.
9 out of a 10. I got caught up in my own inner monologue. I'm so sorry. You're thinking this is a 10.9 out of 10. My bad. You fine too, so call me. Give him his flower.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Even in the most heated moment, a man cannot make them own kind of mistakes. A man can. First of all, if you see a man sitting close to another woman, I just assume that's a man. Especially somewhere like an award show. You don't come to an award show with a friend. Like say this shit is not random. That's somebody's girl. Why would she? You know what I'm saying? Like, why else would she be there? You understand? But that also speaks to, again, it's our culture, especially black women. And that's why black women were upset about Sexxy Red not winning Best Artist of the Year and whatnot. And I'm like, you're believing the hype. You're forgetting that Sexxy Red is not supposed to be there. Like, she does not deserve to be famous at all. Like, she doesn't need to be famous. It's not useful. Like, I don't even think she even take music serious. Like, she's not like an actual artist. She's really just a hood rat with the mic. Like, she has nothing to talk to you about. Like, nothing to say. Like, nothing to say. Like, she just doesn't come across intelligent at all. Matter of fact, you know another thing about her too is that she always has this look on her face like she's not very smart. And she doesn't see anything wrong with not knowing stuff or not being smart. That's the vibe again. Let me talk about, there's power and not having shame, or communicating that I don't feel shame or I'm not ashamed. Because when someone doesn't feel shame, it's power, because they're coming in with the energy of you're not going to be able to control me, or I'm not going to abide by any rules that you're abiding by. You understand? So, anywho, was that all I had to say about that? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I actually want to find a way to include this somehow, right? And what was really interesting is I don't know if these women are connected at all, but it's very interesting is how they all look very similar, right? Actually, I'm lying. Actually, no, I think they were connected. But what's interesting is that how they all, for the most part, look alike, even though they don't look alike. But you see, like they all have the braids, the baby hairs and whatnot, the lashes and everything. But it's getting to where like this is I don't know what to call it, but you're seeing this hood rat aesthetic and the mindset that goes with it. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the hood mentality is a mentality where we say, yo, I'm going to survive at any means with no discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because, pardon me. That's what the bag is all about. You know what I'm saying? The bag. Do it for the bag. We're trying to get a bag. You know what I mean? And that revolves around black folks' idea of if the person got money, then whatever they're doing is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because like, he got money. For example, Sexy Red. Because she's supposed to have money. You know what I'm saying? Or she's supposed to be able to make money. The idea is like, all right, well, if you can make money, then you can do what you want. And to a certain degree, maybe. You know what I mean? But again, your self-respect and how people see you and whatnot outside of your personal circle is everything. But one of the reasons why I share this and everything, let me go ahead and read it because I don't want to, do bad storytelling. 4 women from Georgia are each charged with 2 felonies for conspiring to steal products valued at thousands of dollars from stores at Brickell City Center in Miami. Local 10 News was able to receive arrest files for the group on Wednesday. 2 more women from Metro Atlanta area, Kayla Mines, 18 of Beaufort, Georgia, and Katia Williams, 19 of Atlanta, were also taken into custody by Miami police Sunday. Brittany Collins, 19, and Ravens Williams, 24 of Duluth, Georgia, were also taken into custody. You know what I mean? So the reason why I brought this up is because I'm like, you gotta understand that, that mindset, the mindset that come with that music, that come with, and again, hip hop is not necessarily supposed to be all positive, but it's supposed to be a balanced thing. And the thing about all raps, if you think about what we grew up on, right, there was always now, all right. So the rapper has several different jobs they had to do. They had to report on or educate people on the culture and where they come from and report on what goes on there. They have to tell some kind of a story that has a beginning, middle, and end in some kind of way. Even if the story is one bar, you know what I'm saying? Like, back in 95, I was getting it. You know what I mean? Even if the ways was illegitimate. You know what I mean? Like, back in 95, I was getting it. The way I was doing it was illegitimate. You know what I mean? I told the story. There's flies in here. But I told the story one way or the other, right? So you have to do that. Also, and these are the elements that make a verse or rapper feel like they rapping. They also communicate what their personal code, ethics, and morals is, right? So the whole idea, even with gangster rap, the gangster rapper still speaks on what's honorable and what's not honorable. You know what I'm saying? That's why the whole concept of a snitch is so intense, and it's, and all this stuff. It's like, the rapper, the artist talks about it. But basically, the gangster rappers always kind of rap about how evil betrayal is and how we don't deal with people who are not solid or don't stand on what they say they're going to stand on, which is super important. But you kind of hear that a lot. But what you hear this female rap, like say a Sexy Red is, there's absolutely no substance, no rules. It's just, I'm saying whatever. Like when I first heard her Pound Town record, I remember hearing it. I was like, wow, like, she's terrible. Like, she's absolutely terrible. But again, she represents. Okay, babe. But she represents. I'm saying, you can choose your mouth closed, not me. So what I said, babe, I'm talking about like you, but you basically like just don't have your mouth open when you're eating because it makes a smacking sound, and when we get around people, that don't sound good, okay? But I ain't here to do it again, so I guess you're doing good, babe. I'm recording, okay? Anyway, so what I was saying? Oh, damn, I lost my train of thought. Basically, Sexxy Red is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? And she represents like the mindset of like, just not really trying, you know what, not doing things right. Not doing things the right way. But I'm sorry. But what I was also getting to, I'm sorry, y'all, I forgot what I was saying. But what I was also getting to is the reason why that mindset of the bag or the concept of the bag is dangerous is because you make people think that they need to be richer than what they are, or that they need to hurry. They need to get this money in a hurry or get things in a hurry. But the reality is that, once we understand time, there is no hurrying. It's just going to be your time. Because, like, realistically, no matter what, if you work hard enough, whatever you want to achieve, as long as it's not something stupid, like, actually, even if it's something stupid, like flying. Like, flying was a wild concept for a long time. And eventually, now we have a whole industry around flying through the sky. That's crazy. Like, we send people through the sky. That's wild, son. But also, I want to touch back on what Taraji was doing. This is after, now she's trying to play off, basically getting them confused and whatnot, right? And at the end, she says, "Oh, I know, like, you fine too. Call me, right?" What she's also doing is that is a maneuver that a lot of black women do, because again, black women will not go against each other in public like that. Like they will, but again, it's an unspoken thing of, like, especially when one of them ranks higher than the other one, right? That when women, because again, women can be very phony, right? But it's especially when it comes to, I'll put it like this. The whole idea is always that the black men are property. We don't really take them all that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, to her, like, that's the same as saying you got a really nice car. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could drive your car. That wouldn't really be offensive if someone walked by and said, "Oh, yeah, that's a really nice car. Sure. I wish I had a car like this. Can I drive?" You wouldn't really be mad or offended. Why? Because it's your property, right? Versus, say if you're eating and whatnot, right? And someone walks up and says, "Man, that's really good, man. Can I have your food?" Like, it's my food. It's for me to, it's for me to enjoy. And I take it to the next step. You know what I mean? You're a woman. A dude cannot walk up to a woman and say, "Oh, she fine too." You know what I'm saying? Let her know I'm interested, knowing that that she's involved. Like a nigga, like, that could be a whole fight. But one of the reasons why this wasn't, or the woman, well, again, I don't think she should have got crazy anyway, but I'm more so getting into it's a few things. For one, it's the basically getting away with disrespect, right? And two, Taraji is the end game of all that modern woman stuff. Like, she is the prototypical, stereotypical. Matter of fact, she proves, women mostly get one relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's not that they can't have more than one, right? I'm saying, but in terms of how women are made, women are not made really to just have a child with someone. That's a serious thing to share and just move on from them. You know what I mean? And just, move on and have a whole different life. I mean, it's possible people will do it and everything, right? But a lot of times she's never really happy with the guy who comes after that. If she gets a man, so again, it's like either she can't get a higher quality guy, or if she gets a higher quality guy, she finds a way to sabotage. Because again, it's in our nature to self-sabotage. If we really think about it, right? Like, even when it comes to, always talking about weight, right? I always think about, like, how, like, most of us know what we would have to do to lose weight, or know that I know that if I stop eating junk food for a whole month, I know I'm going to lose weight. But will you do that, though? You know what I'm saying? I know that I will be more productive if I didn't go on my phone so much, or if I limited, or if I put my phone in different rooms, and all this different stuff, right? But how many of us want to actually do that? You know what I mean? But these are things that you should think about. Like, yo, how often am I on this phone? You know what I mean? How often do I do this? How often do I do that? You know what I mean? But anyway, so to a certain degree, that's another form of self-sabotage. You understand? So anyway, I think that's all I got for that. You know what I'm saying? That was a quick 40-minute cook. I'll be coming on here and just, long gun nigga. Oh, like one of those with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You feel me? So anywho, good seeing y'all. Happy 4th of July. I don't know if I'm posting today. All right, I'm posting this Johnson. I'm doing a thumbnail after I get done. I mean, because we're doing things different. If you want different results, you gotta move different. Move different. All right, y'all. Peace, y'all. Please like, share, subscribe.